Did you think I was not going to review the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra? Well, you're wrong. And we have it, and I've already unboxed it, but here we go again. This is Julian with Julian Tech Reviews. Thank you for joining my channel today. If you like what you hear, don't forget to like and subscribe and the comment below. We really appreciate the comments. I answer very quickly. But let's get to it. All right, so yes, I'm in the hotel, out of the house for a while due to an unfortunate fire, but this is not going to stop me for kicking off the 2026 season with the Samsung lineup of the future. I know the Samsung S26 Ultra already came out early this year, but the real season starts when the Foldable come out. And this year, there's 3 of them that came out. We got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. So the Ultra is added to the same type of model of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. And they also came out with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8, which is a different body, more portfolio style. That review is going to come as soon as I actually get my hands on it. And then they also came out with the updated version of the Z Flip. So there's 3 phones in a foldable lineup this year. And I was able to start with the OG of my line. This is what I've been asking for. This is what I wanted. I wanted a wider front screen, and I wanted a nice crease, less foldable. Did we get it this year? Let's find out. Okay, with all that being said, let's just talk about what we have here. So my primary purpose in life is to get a foldable that actually is a perfect rendition of a tablet and continues to be a good phone. I think Samsung is close to being that, well, at least for the United States. If you're in the United States and you want to use a phone that's a foldable, you definitely have to get the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8. Now, if you're in the world, Oppo Find N6 is probably one of the better phones that you can get. I mean, it virtually has no crease, but Samsung promises that the Galaxy 8 Z Fold Ultra has less crease. Now, let me tell you about some of the few things that have been upgraded according to Samsung with the updated version of the Z Fold 8 Ultra. So not only is the price tag upgraded, but there are some other things like refined physical attributes. For instance, the design is slimmed down to a 4.1 millimeter unfolded. Okay, so you can check that out right there. And then it uses a new titanium flex plate that basically like flattens or makes it more flat. So tell me in the comments, do you think it actually worked? I mean, I've been using the phone for 1 day, and at first I think it still continues to be flat, but like I said, it's only 1 day. So we'll just keep that in mind. So that's cool. They decided to make that better, thank goodness. And then there's also visual experiences enhancements, such as like an 8-inch inner screen, a 6.5-inch outer, dynamic AMOLED 2x display. Basically, it gets to a peak brightness of 3000 nits, and it has a nice anti-reflective coating. And you know, you can judge by yourself for yourself. What do you think? I don't know. I think it is a little bit better. So I'm just going to give Samsung credit for that. And then also the performance, always going to be the upgraded chip. This time we have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. And this has up to 16 gigs of RAM. It uses Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6.0 support. And most importantly, and I think is pretty much what I noticed right away, is that it has an upgraded battery and recharging. So basically the capacity is now bumped up to a whopping 5,000 milliamp battery. It's a silicon carbon battery, and it has increased wired charging speeds at 45 to 20 wired. Okay, so got some bump in the battery life there. And then the cameras, we have a 50 megapixel ultra wide sensor along with a 200 megapixel main camera and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto plus APV, which is the codec 8K video support. So And then not only that, you get it starts at a whopping $2,100, which is a $100 increase, according to last year. But if you took advantage of the pre-order, you definitely got at least $1,300 off. So making the blow to get this phone and upgrade to this phone lighter. Well, with all that being said, I have some real world experience with this phone. Now, as I was preparing for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, I've been extensively using my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. So I just thought I can get a refresher. And one thing I really don't like about this phone, I mean, they got the front screen, in a good shape. I mean, but if you have the 26 Ultra, it's going to look a little weird. It's going to feel a little smaller, but they did get a lot of things right with the Z Fold 7, and I really appreciate that. But one of the things I was lacking was the battery. I mean, this thing, has a decent battery, but it runs out really fast when you have like other better phones that came out early this year or even late last year. I feel like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold was rushed a bit, 7, because everybody wants to get the front end right to where you can type like a normal person. Well, they got that right, and I think that was the focus. So they kind of lacked in other departments. For instance, like cameras. I was really disappointed in the camera on this phone. I feel like they just went all in on the front screen and didn't really consider that we would like to take good pictures or decent quality. And you come out with the S25 Ultra that came out literally 6 months before that. Why can't we have the same cameras on here? Okay, that's another thing. And then one other small complaint that I noticed while revisiting the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 is that the speakers are so low. Like the Samsung, and I keep going back to my 26 Ultra, I can literally turn it all the way to the top and it sounds like a dang boombox. I turn this to the top, it sounds like the hotel, putting an inhibitor on your TV so you won't get to a certain volume. That's awful, but that's just my opinion. Well, fast forward to 2026, and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra does give small upgrades when it comes to that. So my real experience, I have a little bit louder sound, so check on that. The battery life is amazing. Okay, the 5,000 milliamp battery is definitely great, and right now it's in the mode where it's trying to learn my my habits and all that stuff, what apps I like to use. So it can get even better. So I'm hopeful on that. Now, I haven't really tested out the camera. It's only been less than 24 hours where I put my information into this phone and unboxed it and all that. But I do think the cameras are going to be slightly better. Now, the hinge, I think the hinge is a lot better. Now, this is a hinge, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Doesn't look terrible. It's not bad. It doesn't have a line in the middle. Okay, so Samsung did something right with that. Over time, you can kind of see that it's a little, it's not, well, it is, pretty much flat. It does have like a little curvature. So I'm expecting this to be, a lot better with this new titanium, flex titanium, or whatever they're calling it. But another thing to highlight, and what I noticed immediately, is this super buttery software experience. Now, this is the upgraded One UI, I believe 9.0, and this makes the phone so much better. It literally changes my opinion of the Galaxy Z Fold series, because this is still on the 8.5 UI. The 9.0 is amazing, but I think with that being said, if you do have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, you can, if you can upgrade, when you upgrade to the the UI 9.0, you will have that same experience. So I'm kind of curious if it's even worth keeping the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra if you're going to get the same software upgrades here, 7 years of software or upgrades. But the only downside of keeping that the Fold 7 is that you won't have good battery. So that's another thing. So is it really worth the $800 upgrade? It's up to you on that. Well, with that being said, I'm hopeful that this will be a pleasant experience. I mean, I did get the Samsung exclusive green because I wanted to be different. In the past, I usually get like the basic colors because I want the phone to be in my hands quicker. But I do think that this will be a good experience. I can't wait to get out there, take pictures with it. I can't wait for y'all to join me in this journey. And let's just hope for the best. And just on side note, I did get this. I did order with the pre-order this MagSafe case. So I do have MagSafe, and it's real super simple to put on. It's just the back, so you have to worry about those aftermarket stickies that you have to put on the front to kind of cover this. And along with this case, it did come with a anti-reflective screen, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but it did come with that, so you don't have to, you can enjoy your phone while you're in the sun. Well, this is Julian with Julian Tech Reviews. I just really wanted to share my 24 hours with this phone, and just to get you a sneak peek of what's to come. And yes, I will be filming here in this nice hotel, but it's not going to detract or take away from all the good reviews that are coming. I really enjoy this season. This is my favorite season, Samsung season. So we do have cases, and we do have more and more phones. And I did get the Galaxy Z Fold 8 in the portfolio style, so I will be doing a review on that. So here's a 2026. Welcome to the Fold. Peace out.